right, guys. So today we're gonna be doing something different. This is probably gonna be a long podcast. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and rank every single bus route in New York City. We're gonna rank every single one of them. All right. So and I'm gonna put them on and then I'm gonna put them on a scale from 1 to 10. All right. So let's begin with the. Hold on. Let me do this. Wait. Let me put this to 1. Wait, it's not working. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So here we go. Let's get started. So the B1. So the B1 operates between Bay Ridge 4th Avenue and Manhattan Beach Kingsborough Community College. So as of now, I'm gonna go ahead and get started with how long the route is. So basically it's pretty straight. So I wouldn't want a route that goes up and down and up and down. So honestly, I would give this an average 9 because obviously it goes through Bay Ridge, which is pretty popular. Anyways, let's go to the next one. The only thing I'm not liking is that this route, but I do like how it goes with Omer Park, which has articulated buses. I'm pretty sure they all have articulated buses now. I'm pretty sure. I'm not entirely too sure, but I think they should have. All right, let's go to the next one. B2 from the Flatbush Depot. It operates between Kings Plaza and Midwood Kings Highway Station. Now, to be honest with you, I wouldn't give this one a high ranking because number one, this route is very short. Obviously, it only operates like a few blocks. Also, it's most of the time up and down. So, if I could change this one, I would make it go up. But anyways, so I would give this one a 4 because you can literally walk there and it only takes like 10 minutes. So I'm going to give that a 4. Maybe I should do this with Excel. Here, I'm going to go ahead and open Excel real quick. Spreadsheets. And then this might be a long podcast, but it will be. So I know this is one of the ways to pass the time. 8, 9, and 10. Maybe I should do it the other way. Here, I'll do it like this. I don't know if you can hear my typing because I just got a new mic, so now you can't hear my typing. I'm very concentrated. That's not meant to be. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I put 9 at B1. Okay, and then at 4, B2. Okay, like that. There we go. All right, so let's look at B3 from the Omer Park Depot again. So as I can see right now, this line is very straight and it's nice and long. However, do they use articulated buses on this route? No, they don't. I don't think they do. They have 4899. I didn't know they have 4899. That means they have the weird back. Okay, so honestly, this one goes right to the depot, which is a wait. Is that an art? No, that's not a 60 foot. That's a 40 foot. This is a no. I really like the depot because if you're working on the from in at the Elmer Park Depot, if you're working there, it goes. The route starts at the depot. Now, what I don't like is that if there was a very tight schedule and the driver has to drive along the route, so they have to drive to the end. So I really like this route. However, there's a bend at Stillwell Avenue and 84th Street. There's a big bend, and I feel like this is not necessary. Honestly, they could have just went through 86th Street. So I'm honestly gonna give this one a 9. I'm gonna give this one another 9. I'm gonna go over here to my spreadsheet B3. Okay, let's go to our next one, B4. Out of the Jackie Gleason Depot. I could be wrong. Maybe the Omer Park Yeah, it's from the Jackie Gleason Depot. Okay, so this line is pretty straight. However, it at around at around this place right here, Sheepshead Bay. So let me okay. Starts off at Bay Ridge Narrows Avenue and Sheepshead Bay Knapp Street. Now here's the problem I find with this route. It actually bends up and then goes up and down when it could have just stayed on the road. Instead of going down to Neptune Avenue in the first place, they could have just kept going on Avenue U, or I mean Avenue Z, sorry. That was a big bend to the Sheepshead Bay subway station, which I don't feel is necessary, and it keeps bending up and down. This route is very dizzy, so I'm gonna give this one an 8, be, because the route is short, is long, it's straight, but the thing is, it's just not very. It's just like at the last part. No, B6. I don't know if it's the East New York Depot or the Elmore Park Depot. You guys can search that up. But the B6 operates between Bensonhurst Harway Avenue and the I think it's limited, right? Limited service operates in one direction only. So I like how it goes through the Brooklyn College at Flatbush Avenue and Nostrand Avenue, and also complies with the Canarsie Rockaway Parkway subway station and the Bay Parkway subway station for the F and the D and the N. However, I think this should be pretty good. However, there's a big bend. Like, there's a big bend. For limited service heading to New Lots Avenue, there was a big bend. The bus, instead of going on Flatlands Avenue, runs on Glenwood Road, which I understand that, but there's a really big waste of time when the road can be completely straight, when the route can be a lot straight. I'm gonna give it a 9 because of that. All right, the next one, B7. I don't know if I think it's Flatbush. No, it's not Flatbush. I don't know if it's East New York or Fresh Pond because it's near both of those depots. But it operates between the Midwood Coney Island Avenue station and for rush hours and the King's High and then the other one for that. Okay, so Bedwood Stuyvesant, hey, Ballsy, Broadway, Halsey, and Kings Highway. So what I'm not satisfied is that actually I am pretty satisfied because the road is very straight. However, I think we can straighten that up even more. It even complies with the Q3, not the Q3, the 3 train. So I'm gonna give this one a 10 out of 10. Just because it's pretty straight and it complies with subway stations along their way in the beginning and the ending. Okay, let's go to the B8. By the way, if you guys are wondering, no, I didn't miss the B5. There's no such thing as a B5. So, from the Jackie Gleason Depot, from Brownsville, Rockaway Avenue, and Bay Ridge 95th Street subway station. So, it does comply with the Diker Heights Hospital and the 18th Avenue subway stations. However, there's a big bend. Again, I don't like these bends. It goes up, it goes down, and then back up. So from 18th Avenue, it turns right onto Coney Island Avenue, then turn left onto Foster Avenue, and then turns left onto Rogers Avenue, and then turns back right. So there's a big bend when it's not necessary. And then it goes near the Brookdale University Hospital. Yeah, this line is pretty long. However, that other bend And I can't blame you for the bin to the hospital because the Diker Park is blocking the way. So I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10, just because that bend was not necessary at Coney Island Avenue. B9 from Bay Ridge Shore Road to Kings Plaza, back from where the B2 was. Honestly, this line was pretty short. However, they could at an overview, it's pretty short, so I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. Okay, I'm just gonna fix my document real quick. It was kind of broken. Okay, there we go. Okay, next one. There's no such thing as a B10, so we'll just move on to the B11. Okay, so here's what I want to disagree with. So the B11 at Sunset Park, First Avenue, 58th Street, there's a big bend. It goes left, and then right, and then left, and then right. And then it goes to Sunset Park, Jackie Gleason. And then during school days, it runs to the junior high school 223 in Brooklyn, the Montauk, during school hours, and the PS 192, the Magnet School. So honestly, this is kind of up and down as well, but I can't blame you, so I'm just gonna go ahead and give it a, and it is a connection to the bit. So I really like this route because this is kind of a school route because it goes to the Brooklyn College, the junior high school 223, and public school. I remember 192. It's kind of a school route because Sunset Park is mainly of a neighborhood, nice neighborhood, nice school route. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. Even though there's a bunch of bends up and downs, that's fine because it's a school route and it gets students to their way. B12 East New York. There's a lot of up and down because mainly these roads are like one ways, and obviously of traffic. Operates between Broadway Junction, Alabama Avenue, and Lefferts Gardens, Ocean Avenue. During school hours, it operates the League School and the High School for Public Service Heroes, and it operates to Prospect Park, Parkside Avenue. I really like this one. However, there's a lot of left and right when it could be a lot shorter. Probably because East New York Avenue is mainly of a 45-degree angle road. It's like going northeast. So it's more of colliding into others. So that's why. So I think this gives a, I'm going to give it a 7. So far the worst route on my list is the B2 because it's too short. B13, Spring Creek Wyckoff Hospital, operates between the Spring Creek Gateway Mall and the Wyckoff Hospital. As an overview, this route is more of an up and down. Honestly, if they removed the part where they go into Fresh Pond Road, and they turned left onto Myrtle Avenue and turned right onto Wyckoff Avenue, it would be a lot more short. But honestly, I'm gonna give this one a 9 out of 10, simply because it goes through Forest Park, and also more frequent to the Spring Creek Gateway Mall. All right, let's go to B14. B14 operates between the Spring Creek Spring Creek Postal Factory and Crown Heights Utica Avenue subway station. Now it's very frequent I don't know why it says 5 train goes to Crown Heights Utica Avenue when that's not possible, when most of, well, it doesn't happen during normal times. Now that big bend, again, it goes down and then up on Sutter Avenue and Mother Gaston Boulevard and Dumont Avenue. It has that big bend when it is not necessary. This does not look like a school route because it does not go through schools. And the postal faculty road. So honestly, I'm gonna give this a 7. Honestly, because of that big bend, and there's no nearby schools, or just doesn't go through nearby schools. The B15, again, it's more of an up and down road. So, but it does operate near the Pink Houses and the Spring Creek Gardens, and Bedford Stuyvesant Woodhill Hospital during that time. So it operates between the John F. Kennedy Airport and Bedford Stuyvesant Woodhull Hospital, and the Kiss and Fly Airport. Now the thing is, they could have went on Livonia Avenue because that would have been a lot better. And the thing is, the B15 is more of an up and down, turning left and right. And the B15 is meant to have a lot of subway transfers, but the bus stops never end up being there. So they never put the bus stops near there. So there's only 2 bus stops where near the subway are. So, and then JFK Airport should be pretty easy. All right, B16, Bay Ridge, Lefferts Gardens. So this one again, it's pretty. Hold on, I forgot to give my. I'm gonna give the B15 a 10 out of 10. Simply because it goes to JFK Airport and it's a pretty long route. I really like it. Even though it's not very short, it brings customers to their way through their way. All right, B16. So this is a school route. During school hours, it operates to the Fort Hamilton High School. And during most of the times, they operate between Bay Ridge Shore Road and Lefferts Garden Prospect Park subway station. So again, this one of those many routes that have unnecessary turns. So instead of turning left, actually, 12th Avenue is a 2-way, so they could have used that. I don't know why they chose 13th and 14th Avenues. Wait, is 12th and 13th is 13th and 14th Avenue? Now these are one of the. Now this is why I don't like living here. No, I mean, like, I actually don't live here. I don't live there. I was just like, if I want it, if I needed to, I can't. So the reason why is because everywhere, most of the roads are one ways, and that's bad for buses because, well, it might be good, but sometimes good, sometimes bad. So 666, there's a bus number 666. I don't know. Again, unnecessary turns in Sunset Park, Borough Park. So I'm gonna give that a 9 out of 10 because of that unnecessary turn. B17. During park times hours, it operates to the Canarsie Playground, the Canarsie Skate Park, and the Canarsie Park. And during part-time hours, it operates the Canarsie Rockaway Parkway Complex. And all times it operates between the Canarsie Seaview Avenue and Crown Heights Eastern Parkway subway station. I like this route, however, it's very short, so which fits me. So that's why I'm gonna give this route a 10 out of 10. It's very short, but I feel like some major repairments is to make those other part times area a B17A, which is a route that doesn't operate 24/7, but so, from rush hours, from but operating rush hours, uh 7 a.m. to, hold on, let me turn off my touchpad. 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Could have do that during weekdays. So I'm gonna give that one a 10 out of 10. Actually, I'm gonna give it a 9.5. It's not an option, so I'm just gonna give it a 9. Sorry. All right. So there's no such thing as a B18 or B19. So I'm gonna move on to the B20. The B20 operates between the Spring Creek Postal Faculty and the Ridgewood Forest Avenue subway station. Now, it doesn't consider it a sub. I think it is, yeah. So it operates between the M train Ridgewood Forest Avenue subway station. So this route is pretty short. All right, it's not short. The thing is, there was a mistake when they drew the map back in 2016. I'm pretty sure. I still have a map that's 2015, and I'm pretty sure it was a typo because there's a big bend here, and it's meant to split in between. It's meant to split between Brooklyn and Queens, and they wrote it wrong. I'm pretty sure, but that's fine. And honestly, if they don't have that turn right and then turn left and then turn left and then turn right thing, then there's really no choice. It goes to the Broadway Junction subway station. Now that big turn over here at Linden Boulevard was not necessary. Also, it's a school route. It operates to the Academy for Young Writers and the Spring Creek Community Center, or is it the community school? Yeah, the community school. Sorry. Also to the PS 273 Wortman. Also operates there. Actually, that's not a stop for that. That's actually not a stop. No, never mind. That's for a stop for another bus. Sorry. And yeah, there you go. So honestly, I'm gonna give this route a 9 out of 10 because of that big bump in Spring Creek. It could have just like turned left unless there was a signal problem, but it doesn't operate on Linden Boulevard Highway, so I have to give a 9 for that one. Unless, obviously, Spring Creek is filled with so many communities and a big neighborhood, so I can't blame that one for you. B24. So this one, I feel like this route can literally be taken away and nobody can be affected by it. And I'll explain why. So if you go on bus time right now and you search up B24, it's literally almost like you can ride the B32 to get from the first stop to the last stop of the B24. So it's really not necessary. I don't know how I don't know who thought of this one, but it may have been it's not really a very good idea. But did they make stops? Did they make stops in Queens? Actually, you know what? Don't take my thought on that one. This is actually a very good route. But the one thing that I didn't like about this route is that it goes into Queens and then goes back into Brooklyn. So I wouldn't find that necessary. Obviously, I do like this route, but if they cut it down, like where the Greenpoint Avenue Bridge is, just end it there. Don't go back into Brooklyn. So the route now, if I thought of it, is operating between the Queens Review Avenue and the Williamsburg Bridge Plaza. Honestly, I really don't think this should going back into Brooklyn is really necessary because there's a B62, there's a B32, and there's a B43, and there's a B48 waiting for you right there. So it's not necessary to add back that B24 back there. So, but if you were to take away that first Brooklyn part, then it will be a lot better because obviously anyone who's in Queens who needs to get down to don't go to downtown Manhattan quickly, then I think that would be a lot better. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a 9 out of 10 because it's basically not really useful. So, well, it is useful for people in Queens, but Brooklyn, no, we got like the B32, we got the B43, we got the B48, and we got the B62. We don't need that. So, and you also got the G train. You got the G train over there. So, anyway, but obviously this is just for fun. I'm just ranking it. You don't need to do it, obviously, but anyways, and it also crosses the highway, the Brooklyn Queens Expressway, the Cookies Go Bridge. So it's really useful, to get there quickly. But all I'm saying is, all you gotta do is just take away the first Brooklyn part, the Greenpoint section, and also, you know what? I actually wanted to say this, but never mind. It's just not even better. It's not better, so I'm not gonna say that. All right, the B25. By the way, there's no such thing as a B21, a B22, or B23. B23 is no longer a thing, so I'm just gonna skip those. B25 operates between the downtown Brooklyn Front Street in Dumbo and Broadway Junction subway station. So obviously this line is short, or it's not short actually. Just kidding. It's very. I meant to say straight, and it's very straight, and I like it. The only thing that I really like about this is this route goes to the Front Street Pier, and the Brooklyn Bridge Park. All that. You don't. No other route goes there, and all of those other routes go to downtown Brooklyn, which B25 also includes. And that's what is very good about this. There are also other routes, but it's not really the same thing. So, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get that. I'm gonna go ahead and give that a 10 out of 10. Like, yeah. All right. So the B26, it operates between the Richwood Terminal and the downtown Brooklyn Tillery Street. Now there was an unnecessary bump, but I'll just leave it like that. That should be good. And also, I forgot to mention. So the B25, if so, here's the thing: if there's ever a situation where the A train and the C train breaks down, they can use the B25 because the B25 operates between Fulton Street, which is the same thing. So that's a pretty good route. I really like it. Anyways, let's go to the B26. It's a pretty straight route, and then it goes into downtown, like where the B25 is, but it's a lot longer. So I find this part in. No, I actually like it. And also because it's a one way, so I can't blame them. Anyways, I found this bump in Bedford Stuyvesant, and I feel like it's unnecessary because you can do Fulton Street and then go up and then go back to Halsey Street. I feel like that going back up wasn't really necessary, but Bedford Stuyvesant is a pretty nice community. It's very popular, so I'll just leave it like that. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10 because most of the route is very straight, and I like it because obviously I don't like routes that go up and down. All right, so the next one is B31 because there's no such thing as a route from B27 to B30. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. So if you're so here's the B31 that operates between Gerritsen Beach and Midwood Kings Highway Station. Now this would be pretty good if anyone was living in Gerritsen Beach, sorry, and it's really nice because after that there's a PS 277 there, so that's pretty good. And honestly, this route is pretty straight, and also during school hours operates to the junior high school 278. Pretty nice route overviewing. I'm gonna give this a 10 out of 10 because it's completely straight and it is worthful. So I'm just gonna go there. Did I accidentally turn on caps lock? Oh, okay. Okay. The next one is B32. Now, the B32, we were talking about this a few minutes ago. Operates between the Williamsburg Bridge Plaza and Long Island City Court Square 44 Drive and 21st Street, also known as the Court Square 23rd Street subway station. Overviewing this route is very straight, and I really like it. And honestly, if the B24 does get removed, or you can obviously use the B32 to get down quicker, I'm gonna give this a 10 out of 10 because it is useful. All right, so the next one is the B35. Now, this is basically pretty straight. Yeah, this line is pretty straight, and it operates between Brownsville, Mother Gaston Boulevard, and and also Sunset Park, First Avenue. Wait, hold on. And it also has, and since it's so long, it has a limited stop service, and it also used the XN60 buses, the 60-foot buses. And yeah, I think this is a pretty nice route because it's straight, and it goes to Sunset Park. So I'm gonna give this a 10 out of 10. So far, I'm gonna read my tier list. So there's nothing in 1, 2, 3. For 4 out of 10, I got B2. 5 out of 10, I got nothing. 6 out of 10, nothing. 7 out of 10 is B12 and B14. Number 8 is B4 and B6. Number 9 is B1, B3, B8, B13, B16, B17, B20, B24. And number 10 is B7, B9, B11, B15, B25, B26, B31, B32, and B35. Okay, let's go to the next one. B36. So this one is kind of short. Honestly, I felt like they could have made it not. Honestly, this route is more of an up and down route. But it does go to the Avenue U subway station and Coney Island West 37th Street. Honestly, I really like this route. Very helpful for anyone going near the Coney Island. It is near there. Honestly, they should have had a rush hour bound going into the Coney Island terminal. That would have been very good. They could have had that. So honestly, I'm gonna give this one a B. I'm gonna give this one a 9. All right, let's go to the next one. There's no such thing as a B37, so we'll just go straight to the B. Oh, there is actually a B37. Sorry. Sorry, anyone living in Brooklyn. I don't live in Brooklyn. I just try to memorize all the routes. So it operates between the Atlantic Avenue Barclays Center subway station and Bay Ridge Shore Road. Honestly, this is a pretty short route. Or I mean, this is a pretty straight. Why do I keep saying short? Like, I can't get my short and my straight right. That's fine. So Ghost Venice and pretty normal. The thing is, as of right now, it's 11:40 a.m. and it's a weekday when I'm recording this. And there's not many buses. 1, 2, 3, 4. This line is very long. It goes about 100 blocks at least, because up here is about 101st Street, and there's only four buses in service. So I feel like they should have a lot more routes because the line is just so long. They should have a lot more buses to provide service for this, in my honest opinion. So I'm gonna give this a 10 out of 10 because the line is very straight. Okay, let's go to the next one, B38. Man, we can do this all day, like literally. Okay, so So it operates between Ridgewood, Metropolitan Avenue, and downtown Brooklyn, Tillery Street. And sometimes, I'm pretty sure during the night, on weekdays, and anytime on the weekends, it operates to Ridgewood, Capatsa Avenue. There's a limited stop service routes for this. And there's one limited, the limited service operates to Capatsa Avenue. Oh, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, okay. Again, they have a limit. They have articulated buses on this one. For a minute, I thought that was that an Orion 7. Okay, so I really like this one. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. There's like 60 routes in here. We can go forever. Like, I don't know how long this podcast will be right now. Okay, so B39. Let's go for the next one. I think this podcast is gonna be an hour. Man, we're not done here. We're not done here, guys. We're not done here. We got to do like 4 more boroughs. Is like literally. So okay, here we go. So so the B39 operates between the Williamsburg Bridge Plaza and the Lower East Side in downtown Manhattan. So this deserves a 10 out of 10. It may be very short, but it's a very good way. This line is a very good way to get into Manhattan, Lower Manhattan. It's a very good way. Because if the J, M, and Z trains passing the Williamsburg Bridge have no service, you can always use the B39 because it's very, very useful. So I'm going to give this one a 10 out of 10. A great way to get into Lower Manhattan. All right, let's go to the next one. There's no such thing as a B40, so we're going to the B41. Just want to double check. Okay, so it operates between Kings Plaza and downtown Brooklyn Cadman Plaza. Sometimes it operates to Bergen Beach. I think, yeah, Bergen Beach. And during school hours, it operates to the Roy H. Mann Junior High School. And there's another one, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there's another one that operates to the Junior High School 278. Honestly, this line is very straight, and it goes through Prospect Park, which I really like. I've always wanted to try that. I don't know if it's like not. I don't know if they allow it. I didn't know they allow it. So, and this line is very straight, passes through Flatbush Avenue, nice and calm. I really like this. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. Maybe you guys should like write this down too. B42. So this line is very straight. That's for sure. So, here's the thing. This line is extremely short. You can literally walk the entire route and you can beat the bus. You can literally beat it. And the reason why is because it's only like a few blocks. Like you can run from the first stop to the last stop and it only takes you 10 minutes. So, I think, I'm not sure. I think 10 minutes because it looks like 10 minutes. So, I don't know how this route is necessary. I think they should get rid of it. I'm going to give it a 4. Because you can literally... Actually, I'm going to give this a 0. Actually, I'm going to give this... Here, I'm just going to give it a 1. Because it's really not necessary. No offense to anyone who rides it. I'm just doing this for, fun. Okay. B43. Greenpoint, Lefferts Garden. This was the one that we were talking about like 10 minutes ago or something like that. So this one runs near the B24 and it passes by, kind of, not really, but passes by the Williamsburg Bridge Plaza. And you can literally do that. And you can literally walk from the nearest stop of the B43 and walk there. It only takes like, I don't know, like 5 to 10 minutes. And then it goes to Prospect Park. Same like that. Okay. The B44 So I'm just gonna give it a wait. I didn't give it a score yet. Okay, so this line is pretty straight. Yeah, it's pretty straight. I only have. I'm gonna give it a 9 though. I want to give it an. I'm gonna give it a 9 though because it does a little bit of lefting and right. It goes left and right a little bit. Man, I feel like we should do a part 4, or I mean a part 2 on this because I'm getting tired of talking. How long is this podcast be going on? Like 30 minutes or something? I can't tell because it says recording, but it never tells me how long it is. Okay, so the B44 operates between Flushing Avenue in Williamsburg and Sheepshead Bay, Knapp Street. During late nights, it operates for the Williams extends to the Williamsburg Bridge Plaza to provide service for the B44 select bus service. So if we look at an overview, during weekdays or during school hours, it operates to the Uncommon Schools Leader Prep. Now the thing is, it changes a little bit, and then also back there at the Junior High School 278. This line is pretty straight. However, at one point, the B44 and the B44 Select Bus Service, they go their separate ways, and then they go back. I don't know if it's a lot better or not, but it's only heading up to Williamsburg. But anyways, I'm gonna give this one a 9. Actually, I'm gonna give it a 10 because it's mainly straight. Operates to a lot of schools. Yeah, I'll do the same thing for the B44 Select Bus Service as well, because the only thing that changes that when I'm looking at the map is they go their separate ways. So I'm not gonna do. I don't want to waste too much time. All right, let's go to the B45. It operates between the Crown Heights Ralph Avenue subway station and downtown Brooklyn Court Street subway station. Honestly, this line is pretty short. I assume it's from East New York Depot. Goes through. I think this is really good because passes by the Atlantic Avenue Barclays Centers, goes through Ralph Ave. You know, they could have extended it to Broadway Junction because I feel like, or they could have. I don't think this route. This isn't necessary. Actually, doesn't go to the subway station. Actually, I don't know if this line is really necessary because Ralph Ave. I don't think it is. I don't. It goes through Weeksville. I don't think this line is necessary, but there is a excellent girls charter school, so I think that should be not. But it's not really for me, so I'm gonna put B45 an 8. Anyways, let's go for a B46. Honestly, I don't know why the B46 select bus service is a thing. Honestly, it's already like they could have replaced it or something. Anyways, so B46 operates between Kings Plaza and Williamsburg Bridge Plaza. Honestly, and then there's the B46 Select Bus Service. The B46 Select Bus Service is slightly faster and shorter. But what I mean by shorter is it just ends at one point of the B46, and then operates to the Roy H. Mann Junior High School, and then it ends at Kings Plaza. So honestly, I'm gonna give this a 10 because it's shorter. And there's a B46 Select Bus Service. I'm gonna give that also a 10 because it's faster and it's because you can get through most of it. Yeah, like that. B47. Let's look at that. So most of it is pretty short. And then it goes. Now this part of it I don't like because it's just going up and down and up and down. But it does. But the good news is it does go to the Sutter Avenue Rutland Road subway station, and then it goes follows Ralph Avenue, and then it goes to King's Plaza? When did it go to King's Plaza? Do I not have the updated map here? Let me go to MTA maps real quick. Do I not have the, what is it? I'm looking at MTA bus time right now because that gives me the updated one. They go to King's Plaza now? I didn't know that. Here, no, it doesn't say that. What wait. I didn't know they go to King's Plaza now. Because in the Brooklyn bus map, in the not updated map, it says it only goes up to East 54th Street, which is like 2 minutes away from the actual King's Plaza. So I don't know. I don't know about that one, but I'm gonna give it I'm gonna give it a 9 because that turning, but it does good. So I'm gonna give it a 10. Honestly, I'm just gonna give it a 10 because that turning was unnecessary, but it does give a subway station. B48. Okay, we'll do the B48. So operates between Greenport Meeker Avenue, near where the B24 is, and Lefferts Garden Prospect Park subway station. So honestly, this route is very short, so I'm just gonna give it a not a short, but like considered long, and it's also straight. So I'm gonna give it a 10 out of. I'm gonna give it a 9 though. Actually, I'm gonna give it a 10. Maybe I'll give it a 10. We'll just put that 10. All right. So for the B49, operates between Bedford Stuyvesant, Fulton Avenue, and it operates between Manhattan Beach, Kingsborough, Community College, same as the B1. So honestly, there's a lot of turning. If you guys remember from the B4, there was that same turning. So that same turning just made it decrease its score. So I'm gonna give it a B. I'm gonna give it a 9 because of that same turning. If it didn't have that turning, it would had a better score. All right. Okay, so there's no such thing as a B50, isn't there? No, there's no such thing as a B50. Sorry, I don't live in Brooklyn, so I don't know all these routes. So, okay, so the next one is B52. We'll go straight to the B52. The B52. It's same with this group. B26, B26, B52, B54. All these routes are literally the same thing, except that they go their separate ways. It's like their family. They go to the same places. However, they're just like going their separate ways. It just like I don't know why they have these B26, B54, B52. They literally go to the same places, same destinations. So I don't know why they go to the same. They go their separate ways. I assume. So again, with the same turning, with the B52. Like the same turning, guys. The same turning with the B26. I'm gonna give it a what did the B26 get? B26 got a 10, so I'm gonna give it a 10 also. B52 gets a 10. All right, let's look at the B54 then. It's like these three people are like triplets. Okay, so B54 operates between the Richwood Terminal and downtown Brooklyn. Oh, this one. Now here's the thing. Hold on. Hold on. So, actually, I got it wrong. B52 and B26 are actually the same thing, but they just go their separate ways. B54 actually goes somewhere different. It's just a little bit different. It's just like 2 minutes away from where they were. So, B54 operate some during the school days. They operate to the Benjamin Benneker Academy. Other than that, they go to downtown Brooklyn J Street. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. And then here's the B57. The B57 is just more of a turn. Now I know they run near Gowanus, the shoreline, but I feel like it's really not necessary. And then it goes through IKEA Terminal. It's a really nice area to go to IKEA, but the thing is, there's a lot of turning up and down. Right here by by the Navy Yard. I just feel like it's really not necessary, so I'm gonna give it a 9. And then B, oopsie, that's a big mistake. B57, okay, so here's what we're gonna do. It's 11:57 for me when I'm recording this, so and it's about lunch. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. We're gonna go ahead and do this next episode. What I'm gonna do with buses and more. I hope he knows how to catch it up. So we'll do that in the next episode. Thanks so much for listening.